Mr. Soon, thank you for coming today.
It's very generous of you to donate two of your much valued artworks to support the efforts and promote the care and need of the underprivileged. So thank you for helping us out.
Thank you for interviewing me.
It's a pleasure. Today, as we celebrate the 80th anniversary, we would like to reconnect with our past, culture, and then enrich KC in more ways than one.
In Katong Convent, we espouse the richness of the human spirit through the arts. How do you do this through your art pieces?
There are two ways of looking at my paintings and to answer to your question. One is these paintings of the dot, the line, and the plane. There is a hidden and there is a underlying discipline in it of doing that. So in a way, a disciplined mind and a sober and logic mind behind, whatever I do is an important aspect. The other aspect of answering your question is you see the harmonious, the picture, you see the balancing, and you see the matching of, so you see a harmonious, correlation of the elements of the dot, of the line, and of the symbols. And then you see the harmonious and the balancing of the color composition, and then that would be another aspect of looking at my art.
Has any point in your career caused you to regret your decision of becoming an artist?
No, I have no regret, because art is such an interesting area. Because when you are studying other art subjects, you have to follow rules, and you have to follow theories, and you have to follow the logics. But the art, especially the fine art, is the only field that you have a totally mind of thinking, and there's no boundary to your imagination. So, it is a very different field. Fine art is a very different field from other areas of studies, and I immensely enjoy my choice being an artist.
But in relation to other artists and their work, have you ever felt unsure of your universal language?
I have no hesitation, because I have to say, Singapore, we have a lot of good artists. People are using different mediums to express, and people are using different performing or visual art or experimental or digital. There are many art forms. And there are so many talented people are exploring. But we have to understand what is the intention of art. Intention of art is, as I said, artists, you are really born free. You are free to use your imagination to do whatever things you want. You can experiment and you can test. So we are actually the people testing the limits of mind. In our artistic fine art way, we are really testing the limit of people. As I like to mention that in our society, there are normally two kinds of people around us, and then both are equally important. One are the people who are maintaining what mankind has achieved. We have teachers, we have civil servants, we have military personnel. They are guarding what our forefathers has achieved for us, right? But imagine if everybody is just safeguarding what we have achieved, then who are the people testing, the new areas? Because our society have to move forward. So there are people like artists or scientists or academics. They are in different fields. There are people who are testing the limits, trying to push the boundaries of what we have achieved. So as I said, both are very important. But can you imagine a society, everybody is an artist trying to push the limit, then it's chaotic, right? So, and then how about if everybody is sweeping the streets? The streets are so clean, but the society cannot move forward. So it is the balancing of these two kinds of people to give us such a harmonious and pleasant and beautiful country and the city-state that we are in today. So Leonora and Lauren, So after this conversation, and you look at my paintings, can you tell me how do you feel?
It gives the feeling of, it seems simple, but when you look deeper
It
inside,
has a more complex meaning.
yeah, it's like underlying themes. And before you sit, when you make sculptures, you start with a line and you just keep adding and you create volume. But when you add ears, it could be a person dancing, and if you add like eyes and a tail, it could be, for example, a rabbit. So it gives the feeling that although your art, which is a sculpture, the base is not changed, it's still at the same time changed, because you can get different things out of the same one.
Yeah, how about you, Lauren?
Well, when I look at your paintings, I see the basic structure of what, like as you said, if you add something new, it becomes something different. So it's very interesting to see how such basic shapes and like your circles and lines can be transformed to something very complex.
We're very grateful that you're giving these paintings, because it highlights the fundamental human instinct of sharing and caring and giving based on just pure kindness. And it also brings out the KC values of integrity and nobility.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your comment. And I also like to say that because the children or the youngsters are the future of our nation and of mankind. So I took opportunities in the past years. I'm really a happy artist when I have an opportunity to work together with children or the youngsters. And then I was last year I was with a few hundred children in an event called the Big Draw in the Jacob Ballas Children Park. And then also in my own studio, I organized an event called Piece of Art, PEACE, and there were a few hundreds, like 300-400 children and youngsters, and coming to paint together with me. And then so when this opportunity comes up, I really felt it's my honor and pleasure to be part of it. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.